After successfully working as the mercenary Deadpool for 2 years, Wade Wilson fails to kill one of his targets on his anniversary with his girlfriend Vanessa. He rides back to his apartment in the cab of his friend Dopinder, who tells Wade that he desires to become an assassin like Wade and join him in the profession. Wade turns him down. That night, after Wade and Vanessa decide to start a family together and enjoy a romantic evening watching Yentl, the target Wade failed to kill tracks them down and kills Vanessa. Wade kills the man in revenge. He blames himself for her death and attempts to commit suicide 6 weeks later by blowing himself up. Wade has a vision of Vanessa in the afterlife, but the pieces of his body remain alive and are put back together by Colossus. Wade is left with only a skee-ball token, an anniversary gift, as a final memento of Vanessa, and as a form of healing. He, Colossus, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead respond to a standoff between authorities and the unstable young mutant named Russell Collins at an orphanage, labeled a Mutant Re-Education Center. Russell calls himself Fire Fist, drawing scorn from Wade, but Wade quickly realizes that Collins has been abused by the orphanage staff, and kills one of the staff members. Colossus stops him from killing anyone else, and both Wade and Collins are arrested by the DMC, a government agency that controls mutants. Restrained with collars that suppress their powers, they are taken to the Icebox, an isolated prison for mutant criminals. While wearing the collar, Wade's cancer begins to run rampant and he slowly begins to die. He is also chagrined to see that Russell thinks they're prison buddies and that if they team up they can either escape or lord over the place. Russell's arrogance gets him beaten a few times by the other hulking inmates. Meanwhile, a cybernetic soldier from the future, Cable, whose family is murdered by an older Collins, travels back in time to kill the boy before Collins becomes a killer. Cable breaks into the Icebox and attacks Collins. Wade, whose collar is broken in the melee, quickly regains his ability to regenerate and fight his cancer and engages Cable. After Cable takes Vanessa's token, Wade forces himself and Cable out of the prison, but not before Collins overhears Wade deny that he cares for the young mutant. Near death again, Wade has another vision of Vanessa in which she convinces him to help Collins, but Wade is drawn back to consciousness and realizes his new mission is to help Russell. Back in the prison, orders come down that Russell and several other prisoners will be transported to a new facility. While they wait, Russell is able to befriend the prison's biggest inmate, Juggernaut. Wade holds auditions for a new team called X-Force to break Collins out of a prison transfer convoy and defend him from Cable. The team launches its assault on the convoy by parachuting from a plane, but all of the members die during the landing except for Wade and the lucky Domino, whose power prevents her from being killed several times while she chases the convoy. While they fight Cable, Collins frees Juggernaut, who agrees to help Collins kill the abusive orphanage headmaster. Juggernaut destroys the convoy, allowing himself and Collins to escape, right after grabbing Wade and tearing him in half. Wade is forced to recoup for a few days with Al and let the lower half of his body grow back. Cable appears at Wade and Al's apartment and offers to work with Wade and Domino to stop Collins' first murder, which will trigger him to become the killer he is in the future. Cable agrees to give Wade a chance to talk Collins down. At the orphanage, they are overpowered by Juggernaut while Collins attacks the headmaster, until Colossus, who had at first refused to help Wade due to Wade's murderous ways, arrives to distract Juggernaut. When Wade fails to talk down Collins, Cable shoots at the young mutant. Wade leaps in front of the bullet while wearing the Icebox collar and dies, reuniting with Vanessa in the afterlife. Seeing this sacrifice, Collins does not kill the headmaster, changing the future so that Cable's family now survives. Cable uses the last charge on his time-traveling device, which he needed for returning to his family, to go back several minutes and slip Vanessa's token in front of Wade's heart. When Wade takes the bullet for Collins, it is stopped by the token and he survives. Collins still has his change of heart, however the headmaster is run over by Dopinder in his taxi. In a mid-credits sequence, Negasonic Teenage Warhead and her girlfriend Yukio repair Cable's time-traveling device for Wade. He uses it to save the lives of Vanessa and X-Force member Peter, kill the X-Men Origins, Wolverine's version of Deadpool, and kill actor Ryan Reynolds while he is considering starring in the film Green Lantern. Wade also contemplates the idea of murdering the infant Adolf Hitler, but relents.